Top of the first, Arcano leading things off for the Wolves here in game number 2 as we wage our own private war in the press box against some visitors that we don't necessarily want hanging around. First pitch from Tui, a called strike, 0-1 to get things started. Arcano, after hitting in the 9 spot, back up at the top of the order for game 2. Then it's Derek Mabin, Jacob Mabin, Connor McCord, Herzog. Berman is the designated hitter. Jaden Hanna is at second, hitting 7th. Zellner is behind the plate in the 8th spot. And Sam Jones, the left fielder, will hit 9th. For the Wildcats, Berryman is in left, Hampson in center, McLean in right, Culpepper at first, Peter at second, Hill at short, the third baseman, Westmeister. Behind the plate, Jake Engel, as that one is skied to right. It'll be brought in by McLean for the game's first out.
Shortstop Derek Mabin. Wildcats are up.
First pitch to Mabin, a ball 1-0. That is back from whence it came for the game's first hit. And the Wolves with their first hitter aboard.
Right fielder, number 28, Jacob Mabin.
Jacob Mabin, a bit of a rough game for him in game number 1. Not that he didn't hit well, it's just that he got hit 3 times. That is a rough day at the plate for anybody. And here's the 1-0, called the strike 1-1. The Wolves took game 1 5-2. That one's outside. Angle does a nice job. A slide out and hold them tight. Swing and a miss, runner going, the throw, got him by a mile. That is out number 2. McCord now, or excuse me, Jacob Mabin still is. Derek was thrown out trying to steal. Looks like a little bit of a hit and run situation there. Tui winds and delivers. This is Chop back up the middle. Peter moving to it. A nice backhanded stab. The throw, not quite in time. So it's an infield single for Jacob Mabin.
The first baseman, Connor McCord.
And now Connor McCord will stand in. McCord swinging on the first pitch. It's fair, just fair, and Berryman will move over to make the grab. The Wolves leave one stranded here in the top of the first. Bottom one coming up. Zach Berryman will lead things off for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the first. And he is going against Matthew Dunaway, who has one appearance, did not start, but went 4 innings, allowed just 2 hits, and struck out 8 opposing hitters with an average of 143 in that contest against him. Up the middle and a leadoff single for Berryman.
Center fielder number 18, Justin Hampson.
Oh, Justin Hampson stands in. Hampson 3 for 4 in game 1 with a run scored. First pitch. A ball 1-0. Runner going, the throw, Berryman's got a stolen base. First swipe bag of the game for the Wildcats and of the day. A 2-0 count on Hampson. Dancing off a second is Berryman, and time is called at the plate by Hampson. That one misses down. 3 balls, no strikes. Rio. Get me over. Fastball is there. 3-1 the count. Three one. In a left. Struck well by Hampson, drifting back at the track. The catch is made for at number 2. A long, loud fly out there. And Lesmeister will stand in with a runner on second and 1 down. Lesmeister swinging at first pitch. Skied it to center. Catch is made for out number 2. Berryman's not going to be able to advance. Back-to-back flyouts for the Wildcats now.
Designated hitter, Austin Oland.
And Austin Oland now standing in, the designated hitter for the Wildcats. Back in the lineup after catching game number 1. He had a 1-for-4 day. And had a pair of assists defensively. Catches the corner. Count 0-2 to the Wildcats designated hitter. The 0-2. Breaking pitch into the air, right field line. Foul territory. McCord will make the grab. The Wildcats leave a runner stranded. It's still 0-0 as we head to the top of the second here from Ellensburg. Top of the second, Herzog will lead off. In game number 1, and 0 for 4, still wearing the collar on the day. Fouled away. Chopped foul. And there's 2 strikes on Herzog. Another one fouled away. Oh, that one is upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Herzog. .250 on the year, 2 for 8 on the season. Slices that one foul to stay alive. A 1-2 again. In a left. That one is given a ride, and it's out of here. First run of the ball game comes on a solo home run by Herzog. And the Wolves lead it 1-0. A well-struck pitch there.
Now batting the DH, number 14, Josh Berman.
Yeah, Josh Berman, the designated hitter, will come up after the Wolves gain a 1-run lead. First pitch misses, a ball, 1-0 to the designated hitter. Two balls, no strikes. As a pitcher, you don't want to have a single home run, especially of the solo variety, derail you this early in the ball game. Chop to third, Lesmeister. Picked by Culpepper for out number 1.
Now batting number 5, second baseman, Jaden Hanna.
That one misses. So it's 1-0 to Jaden Hanna. On the ground a second, Peter to first for out number 2. Back-to-back groundouts there.
Anthony Zellner.
And now the catcher, Anthony Zellner, will stand in. First pitch to the Wolves' backstop is a strike. That one misses just off the black. 1-1. The count. Zellner 3 for 5 in the only game he's played in this year. 3 runs scored, a double, and an RBI. Takes a hack at the 1-1. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on a pitch on the outside. And that will do it for the inning. But the Wolves pull ahead by 1 with the solo shot to the left. It's 1-0 Western Oregon when we come back. Bottom of the second, Tyler McLean leads off for Central. He squares around a bunt, pulls back. Call the strike regardless, 0-1. Make it 1-1 as that one dips below the strike zone. Stung into the gap in right center. That's going to be off the base of the wall. McLean rounding first, heading for second, and he's got himself a stand-up double to lead things off. Wildcats will have a runner in scoring position and nobody out. First pitch to Culpepper, called a strike, and Culpepper in the last game wore the collar 0 for 4. That one outside. 1-1 to the big first baseman. 1-2. As that one finds strike zone. The 1-2 to Culpepper. Check swing. They'll put the tag on him. Second base umpire says no, he did not go around. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And I can tell you, from my days as an umpire, that call while you're at second on a check swing, almost impossible. The 2-2. In the dirt, kept close by Zellner back behind home plate. The 3-2 to Culpepper. Got him swinging with a pitch on the outer half of the plate. Well, he is out number 1 here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting the shortstop, number 33, Jason Hill.
And Jason Hill will stride to the plate. Hill in game 1, 1 for 2 with a pair of walks. Time called at the plate. Dunaway taking just a little bit too long there. Big swing from Hill there. Swings through it for a strike, 0-1. They go 1 to Hill. In the air, left center. It's going to be the left fielder, Sam Jones, who makes the grab for out number 2. And now the 8 spot, Michael Peter. Pinch hit in game number 1.
Second baseman, number 8, Michael Peter.
And he stayed in the game defensively. Back in the lineup here in game number 2. On a line, down into right field. They're going to wave around McLean. The throw comes in. It'll be cut off by McCord. And Peter has himself an RBI single. The Wolves get one on the solo home run in the top half of the inning. The Wildcats respond quickly with a run of their own here in the bottom half of the second. Fouled away. Jake Engel going after the first pitch he sees. The Wildcats catcher here for game 2. Runner going, Engels swinging, and it's fouled away. 0-2 the count. The 0-2. Down in the dirt. Kept close by Zellner, so no attempt to advance. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner going again. This is shot down the first base line. McCord there to grab it. The Wildcats get 1 run back. It's 1-1 as we head to the top of the third here from Ellensburg. Jones leading things off here in the top half of the third. He swings at the first pitch. Skies this one on the infield. Tui's going to get out of the way as Lesmeister hauls it in for out number 1.
The center fielder, number 6, Blaze Arcano.
Back to the top of the order for the Wolves. Blaze Arcano. 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to right. First pitch to Arcano misses 1-0. They'll check down at first. He did not go, so it's 2-0. The 2-0 is laced down the third base line and fair. That's going to be a single. Thinking about more is Arcano, and he's got the double. Read that one very well. And able to sneak out the extra base.
Shortstop Derek Malden.
Maben now standing in. 1 for 1 on the day. He singled in the first and then was caught stealing. One and 0 the count to Maben. fouled away. Evens the count up at 1-1. Outside now 2-1 to Maben. That one misses just low, and it's 3 balls and a strike. A good eye there by Maben. Maben will call time and step out. Look back at the runner at second. And a breaking pitch over to run the count full 3-2. And a little Uncle Charlie there. Swing and a miss. That one's down in the dirt. Engel gets him on the tag, despite a good effort from Maben to try to avoid it. That is
number 28, Jacob Maben.
out number 2, and here's Jacob Maben. 1 for 1 on the day, a single. First pitch misses low, 1 ball, no strikes. Wolves and Wildcats will be back tomorrow for another doubleheader. One and one, fires that one over for a strike. Maben in game number 1 wore quite a few pitches. Jacob hit 3 times in the opening game. One, a check swing. Engel able to block it and corral it. Makes it 2-1. The runner does not advance. Three balls, 1 strike to Jacob Maben. 2 away on the inning. Tui trying to get out without any damage done. See if he can't get the Wolves to strand that runner on second. Ball 4 just off the black. And Connor McCord will come up with 2 aboard. Flew out to Berryman to end the top of the first. Down and in, 1 ball, no strikes. Connor McCord has, like I said in game 1, been a threat to GNAC pitchers for as long as I can remember. McCord struck that one and struck it well, but it's just a long strike foul. Never a sound any pitcher wants to hear. That solid contact off the bat. Breaking ball outside corner levels the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. On a line now on the ground. Peter, a sliding stab. Tosses it over to Culpepper, and that is out number 3. The Wolves leave a pair stranded. It's 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third. Berryman going to wear the first pitch of the inning. Tried to spin out of the way, but it catches the jersey. And he is aboard with a hit by pitch.
Center fielder, Justin Hansen.
One run first for Justin Hampson. Breaking ball over for a called strike. It's 0-1 to the Wildcats center fielder. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to left in at bat number 1. Fouled out of play. Rainey Harris just struck out the side for the Wildcats over in Monmouth as they finish up the bottom of the third. Hampton down swinging, but Berryman up to second.
Number 9, third baseman Mitch Lesmeister.
And that'll bring up Mitch Lesmeister. Second swipe bag of the game for Berryman. Lesmeister up with a runner in scoring position. Look back at the runner on second. Another look back and delivers. In the dirt, Lesmeister going to hold the runner. It didn't get far enough away. 1-0 to the Wildcats' third baseman. Chop to short. Maben fires across for out number 2. Had to give a quick look back at Berryman. 2-2. Upstairs, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Herzog struck that one well. See ya! Into the netting. A line drive home run there. A second solo shot for Herzog on the day. And it's 4-2.
The designated hitter, number 14, Josh Berman.
Now Berman stands in.
He's got the jacket off now down there.
First pitch to Berman misses 1-0. Swing and a miss, back to even 1-1. Herzog now with home runs to left and right here in game number 2. Pumped over for a strike, 1-2. The 1-2 from Toohey. Check swing, the last down at first. He did not. Probably a good thing for Central, as that ball skirted away from Angle and made its way to the backstop down the third baseline. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the line, Lesmeister knocks it down. That'll be a hit in the scorebook. Lesmeister went up the ladder, but the ball didn't come down with him. Marketed infield single.
Second baseman, number 5, Jaden Hanna.
Although we have seen the Wolves and the Wildcats turn that into, or those hits that escape the third baseman and get into the left field down the line, have seen those turned into doubles quite a few times today. That one misses, 1-0. To Jaden Hanna. Came in hitting 1 for 4 on the year. Pair of runs scored, a triple and an RBI. Laced that one foul back and out of play.
It's a righty down there in the pen.
Right back at the stream from Hanna. It's 1-2. Nobody out here in the top half of the 4th. A leadoff home run from Herzog, his second of the ball game. Toohey's going to throw over to first, back in time. Breaking pitch for strike 3. Buried that one in on the back foot for the inning's first out.
Number 9, Anthony Zellner.
And Zellner will come to the plate. Zellner struck out back in the second inning. On the outside corner, just off, 1-0. Two and 0. Angle comes out of the crouch. Runner staying put over at first. Saw a couple double plays in game number 1. Set one up here. Catches the outside corner. First strike of the at-bat to Zellner. Three and one, that one down and in on the back foot. The Wolves have a pitcher ready and waiting, it looks like, in the bullpen as Zellner takes a hack there. Count runs full, 3-2. Ball 4. Now a runner moves into scoring position as there are runners on first and second. Sam Jones, the left fielder for the Wolves. And Kramer Champlin's going to come out and have a chit-chat with his pitcher, so we'll take a timeout. So with one out and a pair of runners on, J.J. Asinas is going to come on in relief for the Wildcats. Tui makes it just 3 1/3. First pitch from Asinas, a called strike. Bottom of the order here, the number 9 hitter for the Wolves, and it'll flip the lineup card back over. 0-1 from Asinas, in and out of the mid of angle, but called a strike anyway. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 0-2 to Jones. Just outside, 1-2. A good waste pitch there with 2 strikes. The 1-2. Chopped on the ground. 5-4 is all they're going to get, as Peter is able to hold the bag on a not-so-good throw from Lesmeister. Jones will reach on the fielder's choice.
Number 6, center fielder, Blaze Arcano.
Moving up to third is Berman, so runners on the corners. And now we're going to have a discussion about whether or not Peter held the bag. Not only did he hold the bag, but he retagged the bag before the runner reached. Not even close. Check swing foul by Arcano, as that one took a weird bounce off the bat there behind home plate. Down in the dirt, Angle slides out to keep it close. One and two now on Arcano after he moved to the top of the lineup in game one. Here in game two, 1 for 2 thus far. He doubled back in the third. Another foul ball for Arcano, as he will stay alive with 2 strikes. The 1-2 one more time. Fouled away again. Arcano going to keep this AB alive here. The 1-2. On the ground at third, Lesmeister fields, takes a second to gather, throws across, and gets him by about half a step. The Wolves push one across on the solo home run. It is 4-2, Wildcats lead as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Action continues in the Wolves bullpen. I believe it's Joe Kinski warming up as Dunaway comes back out. Breaking ball doesn't break. 1-0 to start the bottom of the fourth inning as Michael Peter leads off. Two and 0. First two missing here on the inning. Peter steps back in. Dunaway winds and delivers. 3-0. Four-pitch walk to the leadoff hitter. Not the way you want to draw that up. And time is going to be called. Wolves will signal to the bullpen, so we'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this. Wildcats catcher Jake Engel will lead things off here in the bottom half of the fourth. Joe Kinski is on in relief. Breaking ball outside 1-0 as Engel squared around a bunt and pulled back. Time called as a second base umpire is going to walk across the infield to say something to the central dugout. Engel squares around again. Runner leads off of first. Engel gets the bunt down towards the right side of the mound. Bobbled! And that is going to be an E1 sacrifice. You don't see too many of those. Runners on first and second now.
Left fielder Zach Berryman.
Berryman stands in. Hit by pitch and a single. Pair of stolen bases as he squares around and pulls back. McCord is 3/4 of the way down the line at first, waiting for the sacrifice bunt. Squaring around again. Pulls back for a ball. Berryman squares around again. Pulls it back as that one is up and in, a little chin music there. Count 3-0 on the Wildcats. Left fielder. Get me over pitch called a strike, 3-1. Swinging away on the 3-1, and it is back in out of play over the turtle. Somebody from Western Oregon is going to go track that one down, and the count now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two. On the ground at third. On the bag for 1, across for 2. The pick by McCord. They got him. Herzog with a nice play, and McCord a better scoop at first.
Number 18, center fielder Justin Hampson.
And there are 2 down. Engel moves up to second rather. And Justin Hampson will stand in. Wildcats center fielder. Misses low, 1-0. Kinski checks the runner at second and delivers. Hampson slaps this one into right field and down. Engel's going to score from second. Hampson's going to hold up at second with an RBI double. He thought about going to third there for a split second, but that ball got back in quick from Maben out there in right.
Number 9, Mitch Lesmeister.
And Mitch Lesmeister with 2 down and a chance to continue extending this Wildcat lead, already 5-2. Breaker over for a strike, 0-1.
They should have 6 hits, not 5. Okay, thank you. Oh, wait. The Wolves.
Checks the runner, gives him a second look. Fouled away. 0-2 to Lesmeister. Oh, and 2. Kinski doesn't bother with a runner, and this is skied into right straight away. Maben is there, and he's got it for out number 3. Wildcats leading 5-2 when we return. Top of the 5th. Maben will lead off. Shortstop, Derek Maben, watches the first pitch for a called strike. 1 for 2 in this game, a single. He was caught stealing and he struck out. 0-2 as he takes a hack there and can't make contact. That one foul back at the netting to stay alive. 1-2. That one misses in the dirt. Inside. A heavy fastball there for Macinas. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes. Tried to get him to offer on a pitch low and away. Three-two. On the ground, a short. Hill plays it on the run. The throw across, not in time. Maben has an infield single. That's a ball that Lesmeister probably should get to, because if not, that's the outcome. Over in Monmouth, the Wildcats leading 3-0 over the Wolves. Para runs across in the top of the 6th. Maya Seaton with an RBI single, and that'll be a hit by pitch. Quite a few of those today for the Wolves. Maya Seaton, though, singled a run home, and then with the bases loaded, Allie Cruz drew a walk. Women's rugby came away with a win at BYU. 26-8 the final score there, and got to credit BYU as their field this morning looked like a winter wonderland. Oh, we're done with that baseball, apparently. J.J. Yacinas tosses it to the side. And then men's rugby starting up here in about 30 minutes as they take on Lindenwood University. They are at Lindenwood down in Missouri. 2-0 the count to McCord, a dangerous count. For the Wolves' first baseman, a lot of pop. My guess is he's sitting dead red here. Here's the 2-0. It's a fastball, but it's outside. 3-0. Herzog is on deck, and he's got a pair of home runs in this game. 3-0. Call the strike, 3-1. So McCord's going to... I think McCord wanted that one to be called a strike, to be honest, the way you look back at the home plate umpire. He wants to hit. I've seen McCord hit a few baseballs that still might not have landed as that one dances inside, and McCord will draw the walk to load the bases as Herzog comes in. He's got a pair of solo home runs, and Kramer Champlin's going to go out to the mound to have a discussion here with Yacinas. And this one's got to be pretty simple. Don't hang it. It's about all you can say in a situation like this. There's no place to put him. That one in the dirt. Engel, a good job of blocking it to keep it close. 1-0. Reese Fry warming up. There's still nobody out in this inning. Fouled away, laced foul at that. Not the hitter today you want to get up, you want to put in the box if you're Central Washington with the bases loaded. A pair of home runs, one to left, one to right. Both were solo shots. It amounts really to the entirety of the Wolves' offense thus far. The 1-1. Engel knocks it down. 2 balls and a strike. No place to put him, so you can't give him 4. Already behind in the count. 2-1. Three and 1, a hitter's count. Herzog is going to be sitting dead red here on the 3-1. Big question, how much does Acinas trust his off speed? Gives him the fastball over at the knees. Count is full. Time called. Herzog will step back in, look to make a slight adjustment. Now the 3-2. Herzog in the air to center. Hampson drifting back. That should be enough to get 1 run home. Hill will cut off the throw, and a run scores. It's 5-3 Central Washington. Everybody moves up 90 feet on the sacrifice fly by Herzog, so his good day continues. That was the first out of the inning, and now we'll go to Josh Berman. 1 for 2 on the day. He grounded out to third and reached on a single before he was stranded over at third. Time called. Engel's going to go have a chit-chat with his battery mate. Outside, breaking ball just misses. The scene is set and delivers. That one missed as well. Falls behind another hitter here. This time, first is open, and with only 1 out, it would not be the worst thing to walk a hitter. Set up the double play. 3-0. Runs inside, another 4-pitch walk. Looked like they were pitching around Berman there a little. So the bases are loaded once again. And Kramer Champlin's going to come out, and that means we're going to go to the bullpen. So we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back after this. First pitch from Reese Fry. A called strike 0-1, and David Gibbons is going to pinch hit here. Everybody dipping into the bench. One out in the top of the fifth. The base is loaded. Book not closed on Acenas yet. The inside corner now 2-2. This would be a big out. Should Fry get it in for the Wolves, it's a chance to tie it up with a single. Swing and a miss. Gibbons down for out number 2. And you can almost hear the sigh of relief as it takes a lot of options off the plate for Western Oregon. It'll be lefty on lefty here as Zellner strides in. Wildcats now leading 11-0 in Monmouth. Softball team scored quite a few runs, 10 runs on 8 hits so far in the top of the 6th. 1-1 the count. One and two as Zellner takes a hack and can't connect. Fry, the 1-2. 2-2. Angle keeps it close, very close. And time is going to be called as Engel looks okay. I'm not quite sure where that one caught him. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2s across the scoreboard here in the top of the 5th. The 2-2. On the ground. Peter to first, and they avoid any more damage. Reese Fry with a big sigh of relief and exhale as he exits the mound and heads toward the dugout, and J.J. Yacinas was the first to greet him. It's 5-3 when we come back for the bottom half of the frame. Bottom of the 5th, Austin Olin will lead things off. Kinski back out, and there's nobody warming up in the bullpen for the Wolves. First pitch, a called strike over the corner. One and one, that one misses down. Culpepper will go track that one down behind home plate. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Wildcats' designated hitter. 3-1. Still no life in that bullpen. Skips in, it's ball 4. Leadoff walk for Oland. Second time he has reached in this ball game.
The right fielder, number 25, Tyler McLean.
And now Tyler McLean strides up. He has a pair of doubles on the day. Oland has been lifted for a pinch runner. Adam Fossil will run. Fossil, sizable lead at first. McLean lays it down. And Kinski's throw to first retires Tyler McLean. Now Culpepper.
Number 41, Justin Culpepper.
Culpepper had a single in the third. Starts off 1-0 here. A big hack there. That was going 450 to dead center if he hit it. Instead, he just adds a little more breeze here to Ellensburg. One and one the count. Fisted through the right side, a single. Coming around to score is Fossil. And it is 6-3 Wildcats. Good piece of hitting there by Culpepper.
Jason Hill.
The sacrifice bunt pays off, and the Wildcats have a little extra insurance. Rainey Harris trying to complete the shutout in Monmouth. One away there in the bottom of the sixth. That one bounces in here in Ellensburg for a ball. 1-0 the count on Jason Hill. Two and 0. That one's corralled. Keeps Culpepper close over there at first. Two 2-0. The Wolves are going to have some action in their bullpen. The 2-0 gets away. That's going to be a pass ball. Culpepper up to second. As Zellner just didn't catch it. So another runner in scoring position here for Central. 3-0 the count to Hill. The 3-0. Kinski, a long look back at second. Get me over pitch is called a strike. 3-1. Maben creeping in at short, right behind the runner. Check swing from Hill, call the strike anyway, 3-2. Now Kinski's going to give Maben and Brandenburg, who took over at second, a quick check. As Culpepper has a sizable lead. Maben lined up just behind him, keeping him close. This is shot to short. Maben makes the grab for out number 2. Culpepper dives back. And Michael Peter scheduled to appear here. Left-handed hitting second baseman. A walk and a single on the day so far. Here in game number 2. Peter will step out. One and 0 inside. Peter led off the 4th inning for Central. A 4-pitch walk. 2-0, that misses outside. Big swing on the 2-0 offering. It's 2-1. That one buried on the back foot. 2-1 now from Kinski as he looks back at second and delivers. 2-2 catches the inner half. Looks back at the runner. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Peter goes down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. The Wildcats push across 1. It's 6-3 as we head to the top of the 6th. Top of the 6th inning, Sam Jones leading things off And first pitch swinging, L5. If you're scoring at home, Lesmeister barely had to raise the glove on that one. Fry back out there for the Wildcats, though there is a little action in both bullpens. It's back to the top of the order for Blaze Arcano, the center fielder for the Wolves. In the air to center, a line drive single. It's the lineup card flipped over. Arcano with his second hit of game number 2. Now Derek Mabin, the shortstop.
Shortstop Derek Maven.
Well, that's a double play. Culpepper makes the catch and then steps on the bag. And that's going to end the top of the 6th inning. Bottom 6 coming up after this. Jake Engel will lead things off in the bottom half of the 6th. The Wildcats backstop, and then after Engel, it's back to the top of the order. First pitch misses. As Kinski is back out for another inning of relief. It's a southpaw throwing in the Wolves bullpen at the moment. 1-1 the count to Engel. Term southpaw originated around 1856, originally used to describe boxers who threw with their left hand, and has colloquially come to be known as any left-hander. 1-2 the count. Now the 1-2 from Kinski. In the dirt. Engel doesn't chase after it. Down swinging with some sword action there from Engel. One of the innings first out.
Number 11, left fielder Zach Berryman.
Breaking ball over for a strike as the lineup card flips over and Berryman steps in. That's going to be fouled off, and it will get out of play. Out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Kinski. And Justin Hampston will look to avoid Central going down in order by way of the K. Want to know the count here to Hampson. Should the inning extend, it'll be Mitch Lesmeister. Laced foul, 1-1. Two and one as it's in the right-hander batter's box. Now it's a right-hander getting loose for the Wolves. Bright red glove down there. You don't see that too often. Breaking ball over for a called strike. It's 1-2. And Kinski is one pitch away from striking out the side. One down in the dirt. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Up and in, Hampson draws a walk. So he will extend the inning for Mitch Lesmeister.
Number 9, third baseman Mitch Lesmeister. Kinski's thrown 47 pitches.
Lesmeister swinging at the first offering and fouls it back and out of play. 0 for 3 in game number 2 here for Lesmeister. A pair of flyouts and a ground out. Runner going. And that one gets away. Hampson will not advance any further, however. And Hampson's got himself a stolen base. Now Lesmeister will try to work a little 2-out magic. Get one more insurance run. Ooh, a good pick by the catcher down there in the Wolves bullpen. Back up the middle. No. Snared in the mound. And Lesmeister is retired. Top of the 7th coming up when we return. Top half of the 7th, 3, 4, and 5 due up for Western Oregon as Fry comes back out for the Wildcats, trying to finish this one out. First pitch to Jacob Maben inside the ball, 1-0. Fry set and delivers. In off the corner, 2 balls, no strikes. Two over, bit of a get-me-over pitch there. It's 2-1. Two and one finds the inside corner. Maben gave a look back at the home plate umpire. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. On the ground, a short. Hill, Maben has some wheels. The throw, Culpepper gets the pick, and that's out number 1.
First baseman Connor McCord.
Hill had to come up throwing a little bit quicker there. Maben had some pretty decent wheels, almost beat that one out. Culpepper able to make the stretch and the pick. And now Connor McCord will stand in. 0 for 2 in game 2, but he did draw a walk in his last at-bat. McCord fouls that one back and out of play. I have seen Connor McCord hit balls onto the softball field, off the scoreboard, and then when we were at Bellevue College a few years ago, he almost hit the road with one. A lot of power in his bat. 2-1 the count. Wildcats leading 6-3. It's the 3rd inning right now that's set the Wildcats apart, as that one's over for a strike, 2-2. Without it, it's been a whole lot of call and response in this one. The Wolves score 1. Central responds. Fry comes set. The 2-2. Tried to quick pitch him a little bit there. It's 3-2. Seeing that become a trend now a little at the higher levels of baseball. Up in Major League Baseball, you have guys like Marcus Stroman who can change their mechanics. Got him looking on the outside corner. McCord thought he had ball 4. There are 2 down. And Herzog will come up, and he's got a pair of solo home runs on the day.
Third baseman Justin Herzog.
They kept him in check in his last at-bat with a fly out to center. 2 for 3. He's hit everything hard. His fly out was a sacrifice, drove a run in. The 1-0. 2-0. Pitching around Herzog a little bit here. The 2-0. Outside corner, 2 balls and a strike. Two-one on a line, right back up the middle, struck hard. And that will be a 2-out single for Herzog. Third hit of the game.
Designated hitter Josh Berman.
And Josh Berman will stride to the plate, trying to keep this inning going for Western Oregon. They need 3 to tie. Berman steps into the box. That one bounces in, gets away from Engel, and he doesn't get any help from his teammates on where that ball carried him to. Nobody said a word. Runner advances to second. Wildcats are lucky it's not third, as Engel was able to find it himself. 1-0 the count to Berman. Breaking ball over for a strike, 1-1. Another breaking pitch. That one doesn't quite find the strike zone. Think it might have broken around it. 2 balls and a strike.
You're going to have a pinch hitter if this guy reaches.
2-1. 3 straight off-speed pitches from Fry. Counts even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2s across the scoreboard here as the Wildcats try to close this one out. The 2-2. Got him swinging. Engel's going to have to come out. No tag. The throw to first. That will end the ball game. Pair of strikeouts for Fry in the inning. The Wildcats take it 6-3. We'll be back tomorrow with games 3 and 4 of this series. First pitch scheduled for 11 a.m. here on YouTube.